edge of the Ottawa River, with the Gatineau Hills on one side and the city of Ottawa on the other. And this time of year is magical because I see all these storm clouds moving in from the Gatineau, pouring down across the river, and at the same time the light seems to travel down the river this way. And there's this wonderful dynamic tension between the dark storm clouds and this shimmering, beautiful light. Now, why am I telling you this? I don't want you to all move into my house on the Ottawa River with me, but I really believe that it doesn't matter how shiny or beautiful our lives are. At certain times, no matter how much light is there, those dark storm clouds come, don't they? Have you felt that? And often it's when we're in the most magical moments of our life, it seems. It's kind of a cruel twist of fate, but that's the way it is. Now for Harry and me, our dark moments came when we sat in the doctor's office just about 5 years ago this month, actually, and found out that he was diagnosed with a rare, incurable disease. Not fatal, not terminal. That would have been easier in some ways, but incurable. So what do you do when you're faced with something like that? Like, how do you wrap your head around something that is literally life-threatening? We had an excellent medical team that filled us with an array of knowledge and lots of hope and courage and carried us through the next couple of years. The thing is, though, that we're mortal beings, right? Living an experience that's mortal bound. You all knew you drew your first breath. You wouldn't be sitting here in front of me tonight if you hadn't drawn the first breath. That's one side of bounding us as mortal beings. But do you know the day when you're going to draw your last breath? When we got that diagnosis, I did what I always do when I'm faced with something I don't know anything about. I read so many books, I took courses, I studied. What is the nearing death experience all about? What is it going to be like for him? And what was it going to take from me to be able to walk him through to those final days? And so I have to tell you that that mirror of mortality, that for me is why that mirror shimmers so much. We cried so much those first little while, and we cried so much the last couple of months. And yet we decided it didn't matter how much the darkness was, we were going to bring as much light, as much joy, as much fun, as much happiness as we could into our experience and continue to show that to the people around us, because that's all we could do. And so as time went on and the disease took a stronger and stronger hold of Harry's body, we would sit together for hours and just read and laugh. And I have to tell you, I'm not fatalistic, I'm realistic. I don't talk about death because I'm morbid and I have a fascination with it. I talk about it because I think we need a new conversation about death. We need a new way of explaining it to each other, to our children, to our families, that takes the terror away, that takes the fear away, and lets us walk alongside someone in the beauty of what that actual moment that's coming is really all about. What should have been the darkest moments of our life turned out to be one of that just absolutely filled with shimmering light that was so special and so gorgeous that I just wanted to, I know it's Friday night, I know the party's waiting, I know I'm the last speaker and I'm here talking about death, but it is going to happen. There isn't one person here in front of me. Unless you have a special secret power that I don't know about and you've got those superpowers there somewhere, you will draw your last breath. And you will be with someone, hopefully, while they draw their last breath. And it's the most beautiful gift that you can give that person is to hold their hand and walk them through. Because when that mirror of mortality is coming closer to you, I can tell you that around it, nothing else matters. So many things that we worry about every day, all the little things that bother us, when that mirror is here in your face or in the face of someone you love, you really can't see much else around it. everything unessential falls away, and you're left with the breath, and you're left with love, and you're left with the companionship and the joy that you have in sharing that final moment with somebody. I don't want this to be sad. It doesn't mean it isn't hard for me to stand up here and say this tonight. It is. But I want you to know that if you're still breathing, if your heart's still pumping, and you're still sitting here and you have life in your body, you still have a purpose that has not been fulfilled. When you're saying goodbye to somebody else, the thing they need most from you is to hear you say, it's okay. Your journey's done. It's okay. You can go home because your part is finished. I'll go on. You'll go on. When people die around you, you do. It sucks, but you do. The thing is, Steve Jobs said it best. I think he said that death is probably the best invention that was ever given to life. It's really life's change agent. And what I want you to know is when you go back to your rooms after your 3 hours of sleep tonight, and you get up in the morning and you're looking in a mirror, you're not looking in the mirror of mortality yet. But you're looking in the mirror of possibility that still remains. And that's where your shimmering comes from. Because you get to look at that and say, you know, if this is my last day today, what do I want to do with it? How much life can I put into it? How kind can I be? And how much joy and love can I bring back out into the world? That's all the mirror's there for. The mirror of mortality shimmers with possibility, with hope, and with love. When you get up in the morning tomorrow, just look at it, breathe, and be happy. And be your own life change agent. That's all you can really do. As long as there's breath in your body, I want to see you using that life with every ounce you possibly can. In the end, that's all we have.